If you were tuned in to Motoring Today last week, we have made a firm commitment here on Race Weekend to aggressively revive our support for local motorsports. As our initial step to reach this goal, we had as guest no less than the chairman of the Motorsports Committee of AAP, or the Automobile Association of the Philippines, sportsman and champion rally driver and racer Mandy Dulce. He described to us how the AAP has been successfully promoting motorsports, in a large part by putting up the Motorsports Development Program, or MSDP, where young enthusiasts are taught how to properly race or engage in whatever motorsports discipline. This week, we continue promoting local motorsports by inviting over the moving spirit behind the motorsports discipline known as slalom. Here's my on-cam talk with Miss Bing Bang Dulce. This must be deja vu for many of our viewers, especially those who have started with us some more than 30 years ago, because I've been doing this for quite some time when we started Motoring Today, when we were still very active promoting local sports. And as much as we are, again, getting into that direction, having noticed that there are very small exposures, if there are any, of local motorsports, we have decided to help out promote local motorsports through our show and through the segment Race Weekend. Now, I'm referring to what I've been doing for so many years back, to this interview with our guest today, whose name is synonymous to one motorsport discipline, and that is slalom. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Bing Bang Dulce.
Hi, Butch. Thank you for inviting us once again.
It's so nice to have you back.
Oh, it's been what, 10 years?
30 years.
No, the last one we did, I was even a sunshine girl before, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
It's been quite a while.
Stop talking about that. That's going to date us already.
Yeah, so...
Anyway, so let us know about slalom. That's my objective here. I want our viewers, especially the very young ones. I'm sure a lot of those watching us were not even born when we first did this
Yes.
on television. Slalom has been there since has been very active since you took over, right?
Yes.
And you started doing this on an organized way, starting in 1986,
86.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
First of all, maybe we should give our viewers the background of yourself. And if you don't mind, I just have to let our viewers know that you work in tandem with your less half. No, I can say you're the better half.
Yeah, my less half.
Lito Dulce
Yeah.
is the husband of Bing Bang. And
Who brought me into all this?
Can you give us the story?
Well, as you all know, Lito Dulce is a race driver himself. He used to compete with sina Pocholo, sila Cookie in the circuit races before in Pamplona. And we were there. I was so young then. I was even a timer at the Arab days, ARCP days. And then at the time, slalom was slowly fading. So we decided to organize events, and we started out sample October 86 at the Green Hills parking lot. Yung sa may promenade. Now you couldn't race there anymore kasi puro parada na siya doon. And we started out, ang ganda ng turnout. We had sila Dante Silverio din, sila Tito Poch, Billy Johnston before, sila Lito nga, and everybody else. Tapos, nag-award pa tayo, if you remember, dun sa may basurahan ng Green Hills doon. So, from the time on, parang we decided na, sige, let's do it on a national series. So, we formally Race Motorsports Club na ginawa na namin sa SEC. That was January of 1987. And to date, it still is Race Motorsports Club.
Okay, that's quite an extensive background already. Now, maybe there are still a lot of people there who may not have watched any of your stages of slalom who do not understand exactly what slalom is all about. I just checked it out. Slalom is more or less in Wikipedia identified with skiing, no? But probably you can explain to our viewers how this evolved and what it is right now.
Parang it's a generic term na you run on a closed circuit track and you are timed. You have 2 hits in one class. You will be scored the best of the 2 hits. Tapos you have different classifications depending on the driver, if you're a novice, experienced, pro. And we have different classes for the cars, depending on the modifications. We also have novice for the novice cars, for the stock cars. And we also have the Pro. The Pro is a parang prototype cars na mga tinatakbo na talagang last-last na lahat. So we have classifications for all types of cars and all kinds of drivers.
Okay, basically, slalom is racing through obstacles.
Yes, obstacle.
No? You start off, you flag off, and you're given a specific route.
Yes.
And through that route, there are obstacles which you have to maneuver through.
Yeah, through the pylons.
Through the pylons. And then the fastest driver who reaches the finish line
Is
wins
to
it.
claim the overall best time of the day.
Okay.
But we have 4 overall winners per leg. We have the overall best time, we have the rear wheel overall best time, we have the front wheel overall best time, and we have the novice best time of the day.
Wow, that's a lot of trophies.
Yeah, and we have about 32 classes per leg.
Tell us, since the time that we were actively promoting slalom, how has it been? How has it evolved? Where have you been doing this?
We have been doing it in the different Robinsons malls. And lately, we tried Tarlac Circuit Hill. It's a good impact to other drivers who doesn't want to parang takot sa mga bangketa, takot sa mga gutter. They enjoy circuit with a slalom touch. And also we did it at NFA compound, Cabanatuan City, where we have been doing it for the past years. But we had to stop due to parang they didn't want anymore to rent out NFA. But fortunately for last year, nakatakbo kami ulit ng NFA compound, Cabanatuan City.
Okay, Bimbang, going through the years that we've been here on Motoring Today and promoting motorsports, there are many instances where kids would go to their parents and say, Mom, Dad, I'd like to race. But then most parents are worried and they're apprehensive about letting their kids race, So,
You'll be surprised, Butch, not anymore.
okay, maybe for those who are still scared or are apprehensive, maybe you can give them an idea how safe this is.
For all the parents, for you to know what it's all about, right now we have as young as 9 years old, a lady driver. And most of our drivers started out 19 years old. And now, parang mga parents pa to join, for them to be able to know the proper driving techniques, which they can use in their, paglaki nila medyo pag nakaroon na sila lisensya. And you'll be surprised, ang gagaling na ng mga bata. From the age of 9, once they are able to reach the pedal, we just have the parents sign a waiver, of course, na they're allowing their children to participate.
Having said that, I'm sure a lot of those watching us are more than excited to find out how they could possibly start with you. Is there any process to join? Are there any special skills that they have to master to be able to become a slalom driver and join your races?
Oh, we welcome first-timers. They just have to bring their car. We offer slalom clinics at the start of the event. And we have pro drivers to assist them if ever they want them to be navigated while doing the course or teaching them. All they have to do is bring the car equipped with a seat belt. The helmets, we can lend them helmets. And we can teach them the right way to do the slalom racing for them to learn the 180 and 360-degree turns, which slalom is famous for.
Okay. Is it the requirement for anybody who's interested to join to have his own or her own car?
Well, at the moment, yes. But we're planning to build a car and having it rented out for those who are willing to participate but are not capable of having a car.
You mentioned about guys and girls who are underage. They still don't have any driver's licenses.
No, they don't have.
You don't have to have a driver's license.
No, because it's done in a constrained area. And as I've said, the parents sign a waiver that they allow their children to participate in the slalom.
LTO should listen to this.
But we're under the AAP.
Now that we're going to promote this, I hope that they don't just swoop down one of your venues.
But they're not allowed to drive in the streets.
Okay, so as long as it's in a
Yeah,
safe,
in the
contained area,
slalom day
controlled
only.
area. Okay, great, fine. Okay, so you have a program already for first-timers.
Yes, we have a program ready for first-timers. And we're also thinking of putting up a driver's clinic also, which we will be doing about a day before the race. And that's about maybe 3 to 4 legs that we'll be doing. For those I've said now, hindi maka-attend ng driving clinic, we'll be having driving clinics before each slalom leg. And we shall be having 12 national legs for this year and 3 invitational legs.
Okay, good. Getting into details, when is your first race and where can people go, or parents or even the children who are interested can go if they'd like to start this career?
Yan. We'll be starting off our 2018 Phoenix National Slalom Series this March 11 at Robinsons Novaliches. And then it will be held more on Robinsons Star Mills, Pampanga, Novaliches, and Calasiao for the invitationals. you can get in touch with me. Just like our Facebook page of Race Motorsports Club or my Facebook page of Bing Bang Dulce. Or you can go to any slalom event and you can just approach me and ask me if you're willing to learn slalom racing.
Now, are there any special equipment that they should arm themselves with?
No,
to
just the
become-
seatbelt itself is fine.
Do they need to put on helmets and all that?
Helmets, if they don't have any, we provide.
Going back, I remember one of the exponents of slalom in those days, and some was even joking that slalom races almost ceased to exist because nobody else was beating him. It was Ramon Ang.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I think he was our first slalom champion,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
And people were having difficulty beating Ramon. Mm-hmm. People are still.
He missed Trueno.
Uh,
And we used to race before at the SEC building in Makati. That's where we used to race before.
so if you want to be another Ramon Ang, why don't you start
Yes.
with slalom? Okay.
Ramon Ang, Mike Potenciano,
Yes,
also is
Mike.
one of our slalom
That's right.
champions. And Danny Santiago, we also have sina Carlos Anton and Daryl Flores. Dami ng prodigy ng slalom races.
Bing Bang, I'd like to say thank you so much for spending time. I know you just went through another horrendous day of traffic, but you're here and for the love of motorsports. And,
No, I'd like to say thank you for inviting us.
I would like to say thank you to you and also congratulations for having stayed. If there's anything that's passion, this is passion.
Passion, yeah.
Passion for you. You've been there for 30 years, year in, year out. You organize this
Non-stop.
non-stop. Okay. Before you go, please, would you like to take this opportunity to invite our viewers, parents, children alike, if they'd like to join and give them the details? Please, the camera is
Yeah.
yours.
Okay, I would like to invite everyone to come and join us for our 2018 Race Motorsports Club Phoenix National Slalom Series. As I've said, we shall be starting March 11 at Robinson's Novaliches. And for our schedule, please log on to our Facebook page of Race Motorsports Club or my Facebook page of Bing Bang Dulce, and you will see all the pictures, the rules, everything that you need to know about slalom racing. So till then, keep on watching and keep on supporting our slalom races, and see you there.
Bing Bang, thank you very much.
Thank you, Butch.
And for the lovers of motorsports, just hang on to Motoring Today, especially this particular segment, Race Weekend, because we'll be showing a lot of local motorsports events, and we'll go back to our covenant to support local motorsports here in Motoring.
Yay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was Miss Bing Bang Dulce, whose name is synonymous to slalom in Philippine motorsports. Our guest on Race Weekend this week.